Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we don't have a rebellion right now. So that's nice, isn't it? We're going to use this time to clean up a little bit of border gore over here if we can get zoomed in. Wow, okay, that's more laggy than usual. As we get into the super late game, the game is just going to get a little bit more laggy, no doubt about that. So there's just not too much we can do about that, but this Duchy of Lower Lorraine over here, we can absolutely do a Duchy Conquer on. And the question is, do we want to fight them and Luxembourg simultaneously? I think the answer to that is yes. Well, they have like 20,000. Maybe not, actually. We'll declare on Luxembourg. And we're going to raise up our troops a little ways away here. I don't want to be too greedy. Like back here where they shouldn't have vision should be okay. We'll raise our men-at-arms and we'll raise something like 25,000 levy troops. So yeah, he calls in a holy order. That is expected. He has a total of 25,000 himself. So we'll raise up like 30,000. He's going to fight these guys, which is going to cost him a few troops, but not very many at all. That's okay. Okay, we have twins, I guess. Cool. Always nice. So that's 10k troops. And we're now up to 12k, 13, 14-ish. He's getting lots of new alliances. That's fine. We're keeping an eye on those men-at-arms. 15k, 16k. We're going for 30. He's slow sieging. Does he not have any progress? No, he does. We're just not seeing the progress bar. I'm not sure why we're not seeing the progress bar over here. But okay, he's going to have this sieged. He has bombards, by the way. He's going to have this sieged by the time we're raised. That's okay. No big deal there. We'll go after him in a moment. There's 30,000 troops. We're going to walk them over here. And our men-at-arms will arrive soon. Our counselor died, and so we're going to need to put in a new marshal. That'll be this gentleman. Excellent. Sure. She can attend. Okay, so our men-at-arms are going to pop in just one day here. There they go. We'll group these together, and we're going to, of course, go fight. Let's go. In we go. We're not going to have any problem with this. They are going to reinforce, but they're going to kind of trickle in over time. It's going to be too late. They're not going to have the numbers anyway. That said, they do have better tech than we do, so we'll see. But no, we're fine. We're completely fine here. No problem whatsoever. Speaking of tech, how are we doing on Castle Bailey's? We're about 2 years out from that. That's great to see. We have mercenary contracts expiring. That's fine. They can expire. Are we going to stack wipe this? I doubt it. Yeah, that didn't happen, but that's okay. So we're going to move up and siege back Metz very quickly here. This guy's claiming our throne. Hilarious. And he gave up on it. Also hilarious. We're going to take back Metz very quickly here. And then we're going to hop in and siege Luxembourg proper. There we go. We're up to 16% war score. And no problem. Our slow start does not cause any issues here. He wants a white piece. Hilarious. Okay, so this is going to be a 7-month siege. We don't have access to bombards, and he does have pretty high tech. But we want to go up here and fight his army a bit more. So there's no point in leaving a lot of these troops here. We'll leave these guys, and these will go up and fight. This should be sufficient, I think. It's kind of close in terms of numbers. We may want to raise up additional forces over there. Where's our rally point? I don't know. We're going to move our rally point up over here. Maybe I was just blind. I probably was. I was probably just blind. We'll raise up a few extra forces. Okay, he's going to walk in here. And we apparently lose this. That's probably due to their technology difference and the fact that they have that holy order. Do we get a better commander here, though? Probably. This is a better commander. They still have a better one than we do here, apparently. Do we want... Actually, I think this guy would be... maybe not better. Yeah, they're going to attack us here. That's fine. We're honestly okay with losing a battle here, and we're not losing it. We're going to win this battle. He didn't bring in his reinforcements, and if he had, we probably would have lost. But because he didn't bring in his reinforcements, we were just able to pull that out. That's huge. Absolutely ridiculous there. I like it. We're going to stop gathering. These guys, they're going to head up to here. Apparently this is even. I don't think this is even. This is not even. Crusader Kings, I think you might be drunk on the battle odds. Okay, we're going to move up and see about continuing to fight these guys. I want to move up to here. Yes. They are locked into here. Perfect. We're going to bring in our reinforcements. This siege is proceeding. Once again, we're not seeing the actual progress bar here. I don't know if I somehow managed to turn that off with a hotkey, or if the game is a little bit bugged and I need to restart it, or what, but regardless, we can get around that. It's not the end of the world. Oop, nope, don't do that. Hello, pause menu. Okay, things are going a little wacky right now, and it's entirely my fault. Perfect. So this should be a stack wipe, I think. Not quite. It was incredibly close. Our rival died. Always good. And we could start sieging, like, over here. This is only a level 3 fort. That'll do. 37 days on their capital. That's going to be close to getting us the war victory, but it's not going to quite occupy their capital county. And yeah, their ticking war score is starting up. That's expected. Oh, look at that. We actually have a progress bar up here, but we don't here. That's weird. Right? That's weird. I guess that means it's a bug. Now it's here. Okay. I guess it's working now. Cool. Was I blind before? I'll have to check the VOD, but maybe I was blind before. Now it's here. I didn't press any buttons as far as I know. I guess it's just working now. Okay, cool. Well, that's helpful. At least we can see the progress now without having to click into the county. So we should probably put in a siege commander over here. I saw that we did have one. Yep, this guy here. Excellent. Are we expecting these 2 sieges to end the war? Honestly, maybe. Ticking is not on our side right now. But a full occupation over here will likely put ticking on our side. That could theoretically win the war, these 2 occupations. We only need, what, 22%? I don't know that it'll quite get us there. It'll be close. We'll see. I am kind of glad that I didn't declare on these guys simultaneously, though. Oh, this is rude. He just raised up that army right here. This is really rude. Can we get out of there? No. Okay. We'll try to retreat if we can. Hopefully we can. We can't. That was incredibly rude. And dangerous faction from it, of course. Okay, so this guy has a really high opinion of us. We can max out that opinion of him. There we go. This will finish, and then we're going to come down and fight these guys. And then we're going to start raising up our men-at-arms. It's going to take time for them to arrive, but we'll see how this ends up going. We're at 87. Yeah. I don't think this quite would have ended the war. had they not raised their army there. But they did raise their army there. They were very rude about the whole thing. And it makes me sad. Okay. So we're going to win this fight. We can still get some Battle War score, right? No, we can't. We're actually maxed on Battle War score. Okay. What a bunch of rude dudes. Absolutely. Maybe we capture somebody here. And in fact, we did. We did capture someone here. So we'll enforce those demands, and that immediately puts us in this war here. I have no idea who we're fighting. Oh, it's down here. We're defending against this guy. Well, this is awkward. Our troops are way up here. I'm going to stop gathering here. We'll group these guys together. If I can select them. Oh, they're over here. There we go. We'll select them, and we'll have to walk all the way down. $10 months. Okay. I'm not sure what the actual war goal is here. The County of Tehama. Okay, so they're sieging the war goal now. In that case, we should definitely do this. We should also raise a few additional forces over here. We'll bring in our siege men-at-arms, and we'll bring in a few levy troops and see how many we can get there. But we do need to hand out titles over here in Bouillon, and we also need to hand out Luxembourg. Excellent. Okay, there we go. And we'll need to create the duchy over here, too. That would help a lot. So we'll go ahead and create the duchy, or usurp it, rather. And that de jure goes to our half-brother here, and we will go ahead and grant him the duchy. And then can we transfer him to someone else? No, but I'm thinking that maybe we'll just give him to Frisia here. Frisia is not very strong, so we'll grant him on over. That improves her opinion of us. We'll also send her a gift. It's not very helpful. We'll demand her conversion. She's an evil atheist, so we'll see how that ends up going. Okay. So we are going to need to address this independence faction here. I'm hoping that this guy will leave the faction. He's at 100 opinion of us, but we can't assume that that's actually going to be the case. So instead, we're just going to actually just do this. That'll solve that problem. That'll bounce the faction. I'm not convinced that it will fix the faction. 300 gold? Do it. Okay, alliance formed. They are walking straight at our gathering army over here. There's only 19 troops there. And they're walking away. Okay. Good. Yes, we're not surprised that the Independence faction is still around. Still kicking. We will go ahead and do this. Get this guy out of the faction. And that might cause it to go away for good. We'll see. Last thing we want right now is vassal factionalism. So that's okay. And now we're starting to get some troop numbers over here. What is his total number of troops? 16,000? Okay. Sounds good. Now we need to keep in mind that we're not going to have men-at-arms here, so we're going to raise at least 20. So that's 15, 18, 24. This is good. And these guys are going to immediately pursue... Or actually, for now, they're just going to head down this way. Start a slow siege here. Okay, the Independence faction is back, but that's okay. We should be able... Ooh, we can't really deal with this guy. But we should be able to deal with East Francia, I think. Oh, he doesn't have much either. Okay, that's rude. Well, we could deal with this guy anyway. Okay, that'll pull him out of that faction. The faction is continuing to grow. Okay. I mean, a big part of the problem right now is that we, on paper, look weaker than we actually are. So that's the thing. Now, can we just negotiate with any of these? Probably not at this point. But I want to check. Maybe. No. Maybe. Yes, we can just negotiate with this guy. Do it. And we can negotiate with East Francia as well. That's beautiful. And with Milcenia. Okay, so no problem. Sounds great. Do it. And that'll also bounce the faction. So the faction will disband here. Maybe? Faction did not disband. Okay, so this guy's in charge of it. And we've got sons still. So, I mean, this guy's definitely somebody that we want to get on our side. He's 22%. So we'll send that proposal. And he will accept that. Excellent. We have a new perk available. We're going to take defensive negotiations. That allows us to just negotiate one. Okay. So far, so good. Now, it's going to take a while for our trebuchets to get here, since they were stack wiped. We're going to split this force in half for now. And we're going to send them down over here. Yes, we're going to take casualties on the way, but I do not want ticking war score to be a thing. Now, where is our other force? Our other force is in the Mediterranean as we speak, and they are on their way over. We're actually going to have them come in over here to try to fight these guys for the time being. Okay, so this will do for now, and we don't expect this siege 11 months. That'll be a while. Okay, not one day too soon. Our rival died. Excellent. And eventually, we'll get our siege weapons back. How are those doing, anyway? They are nearly regenerated. And it's allegedly going to take 3 years for them to get here. I don't know how true that is. They were going to be 4 months before. So, we'll see. We'll see how true that ends up being. Now, we've taken heavy attrition on the way over here. And we may want... well, I think we're probably okay to fight this. Maybe. Well, I don't know. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to split these again. We're going to move back into here. I should have done that previously, but that's okay. We're going to move in like this and start a quad slow siege. And we're going to have these guys come in over this way, land over here. I'm not going to fight this immediately. I do want a siege commander in here. That is very important to us. So we'll get that done. And eventually, our siege weapons may show up. Emphasis on eventually and may. We're going to bring these guys in over here, begin a slow siege here. And we'll split them and have them come up over here. Just for purposes of attrition. Now, we see these guys coming south. This is actually good. If they come in, we're going to have all of these guys pivot on them and fight them. That's exactly what we want, is to fight them. But we didn't want to fight them up here because we didn't have the troop count post-attrition. So that'll be fine. We did just discover Castle Baileys. Now, next we're going to go for Windmills. Absolutely. But that does mean that we can start work on investing in our castles over here. And that's beautiful. This is exactly what we need, is a lot of castle construction. So we're going to work on that. That's going to help out our troop count greatly, in fact. Like, absolutely tremendously. So that is fantastic. It will also help our troop quality a little bit. Which is also super, super important. So we'll get all these upgraded. All of our castles out here, including our castles out here. But we don't have the cash for those just yet. So we'll get those going, and we'll pop back over here for the time being. He did fight our ally. Very rude. But he's on his way south. This is excellent. we're going to group all of these guys up over here. Because this is what we want. We want to fight them. The Independence faction is back. This guy's only 9.6%. Is there anything we can do about this guy? Not really. We'll hold off on that for the moment. He's going to come in and try to stack wipe this. It's very rude of him. Okay. Well, we're on our way up. And we'll group all these in. He's running away now. And that's also very rude. Come on in, guys. You can do it. How unexpected. And a curious effect. Okay, so this guy's trying to kill us. We're now not feeling well. We're only 36, so we're probably fine. We're living healthy, we're temperate, we're hale. I don't think that that's going to be too major. But that does mean that there's a scheme against us. And to that end, we are going to have our Spy Master switch to Disrupt Schemes. There we go. Excellent. We're not scheming ourselves, so that's okay. These guys are going to move up, and we're going to immediately attempt to fight them. Emphasis on attempt. We'll see how that goes. We're going to turn around this ticking war score here, so that's great. And then we're going to move up, and we're going to try to siege this. Eventually, our men-at-arms will show up, but that's going to be a while yet. We're hoping that we can end this simply through fighting. That would be ideal. Ticking war score should now be on our side, and indeed it is. So that's great. And he is attempting to flee into the mountains. This is not surprising. He formed a new alliance. Sure. To be expected. We're going to catch him in the mountains, but we'll see how this goes. We're not in exactly the best of fighting shape here. Advantage starts perfectly even, and it's going against us. Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. We can always raise more troops, remember. And we'll work on that. Excellent. All we want to do is bleed him here. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll retreat in a moment here. Write that wrong. Fantastic. And we're out of there. Okay. Where are we going to retreat to? That's a little awkward, but it's okay. So we're raising up some additional troops. And we did manage to bleed them a little bit. So that's good. Eventually our men-at-arms will show up. Our siege men-at-arms. Emphasis on the eventually. For now, he's turning around. Do you want to just white piece, buddy? This isn't worth fighting. Not yet. Okay. He's not interested yet. Well, here's another 28,000 troops, and we're just going to keep running into this guy. That's the idea here. These guys, they're going to get down here. They're going to start reinforcing a bit. And... right. We have to negotiate with this guy right now. Wait, did we already negotiate? This is going to happen. Unless it doesn't have to happen here. Okay. So we need to get a daughter available. We're going to have to break a betrothal to do this. Which isn't ideal. But we can try to bounce this. Hopefully he hasn't already sent it. I let it go too long for sure. But there we go. Come on. Form the alliance. Alliance formed. And disbanded. Okay. So there's that faction bounced. Now, our primary issue right now is that we look weak on paper due to this. That's our primary issue right now with our factionalism. Once we're out of this war, I expect that factionalism to go away. This war is awkward and was never planned, so yeah, that'll be interesting. These guys can turn on around for right now. They're going to have to resupply a bit. is what they're going to need to do. Now, we don't necessarily expect to win this up here. And yes, this independence faction is going to continue. That's to be expected. Absolutely. One day too soon. Okay. Would this guy be willing to white peace now? Because again, this war isn't worth doing. Not quite yet. Okay. Once we win these battles, maybe. He did just get some potential reinforcements in there. We're going to move down over here and see about fighting him here. This would be an ideal location for us to fight. Actually, he's embarking. And he decided to stop that. Does he lock in here? Part of his army does. He's actually outmaneuvered himself. Okay, sounds good. Let's get this war over with then. So we're going to win this battle. That's perfectly fine. We still don't have our trebuchets over here, but that's okay. So there we go. And now we're going to fight this and win this battle. We will win this as well, because we managed to fight his force half and half. That's the primary reason there. And then this is going to be in 4 months, but this number is actually quite fake. So once we're out of this war, I expect that we're not going to have an issue with that factionalism. And I suspect that now he'd be willing to white peace. There's no point. There's no point in continuing this war. Excellent. We'll disband those troops. Keep an eye on this number up here. This number is currently 55,000. Look at that bar. Now 83,000. Excellent. So that will immediately have a big impact on this faction as soon as that updates. No, I'm not ransoming anybody. Come on, go ahead and update. There we go. 73%. That's below the threshold, but... do anything here? Not really. Okay. We could definitely use more children, but for right now, this is looking good. Yep. There we go. Now, they are likely to continue to join this faction. We may still have issues with it, but for right now, it's handled. For right now. For now, of course, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to focus in a little bit on building upgrades to our castles and getting our levy troops up that way. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.